This is TWiT.
Monday, Microsoft announced new computers, AI-forward computers. In fact, they even call them Copilot Plus PCs. They have a special...
Hype!
They have a button on them. Of course, Copilot is OpenAI's ChatGPT. Microsoft's productized it. They are selling or pushing computers based on it, as are all the other big manufacturers, Asus, Dell, HP, Lenovo, Samsung. They're branding them AI computers. That's when they announced Recall also, which is a tool that records every few seconds what you're doing on the computer, saves it to a database so that you can then search it later. Search it with AI or not, I'm not sure. You can query it with AI later. By the way, I mean, of course, if you don't believe Microsoft, then all bets are off. But what Microsoft says is the data never leaves the computer. All the AI is on device. That it is encrypted.
It's the MPU, right?
Yeah,
like
it's the NPU, right? And that it is encrypted. So even if it did leave the computer for some reason, but it doesn't. In fact, it's so much so that when you erase the computer, you lose all your recall data. There's no way to back it up or preserve it. It's local to the computer. Well, so which reassures me. If you believe Microsoft, that reassures me. It's harmless. It's just keeping track of everything you do so you can
unless your computer is stolen and it is unlocked, unless you're in a domestic abuse situation, domestic violence situation, where you're forced.
You should definitely not turn it on.
Where these no, but that's the thing. Yeah, you know how people in domestic violence situations have complete autonomy over their fucking lives. Pardon my French.
Right.
Didn't mean to come off like that. But
it could be used that way. You're right.
It could be used in a way. It's also, if you're a lawyer and you get one of these laptops, this is the best discovery tool.
You should not turn it on if you are a lawyer.
You should not turn it on at all.
Paris, as a reporter, would you even let one of these things in your apartment?
No, I wouldn't let them anywhere near me.
It'd be hugely useful, though. We've talked before, Paris, about how you would like something like Notebook LM that had all of your materials in it that you could search.
I mean, yes,
And
but
there are
also
other
no, I think
companies
that
that have
part
done
of the
this.
concern for me is like hallucinations. It's also the fact that if anything was going to leave my machine, I would only be interested if it was somehow local and I could.
It is. It's local only.
Also, there's a company called Heyday that does this already.
Well, that little limitless pin that I bought makes a Mac product called Rewind that does exactly that on a Mac. So, I mean, there are other companies doing this. Have
you gotten your pin?
Not yet. I think August.
So, I don't know. Does it really? What about your Magic glasses?
Magic glasses have not arrived.
Hey, Leo, what do you think of the Rabbit R1?
Oh, that's a great story. Turns out, it's not a scam, but the company
I don't know, Leo.
I
wrote 6,000 words on it.
Yeah, tell us, give us your story.
So CoffeeZilla has a great video out on that. But basically, Rabbit before, literally the same corporate entity, they didn't even just do a shell thing. They just changed the name. They ran an NFT company called Gamma that promised all sorts of completely bonkers stuff. Stuff like brain logic to control it. There'd be an MMORPG. There'd be a comic. There'd be a TV show. They'd open a physical store in LA. All of these things. There is $6 million. Don't know where that's gone. Same VCs though. Synergist Capital. They were mentioned in the Rabbit. Thing. But Jesse Liu, the CEO, he's saying, yeah, it was fine. I delivered everything. He didn't deliver everything he said. And CoffeeZilla did some incredible work. Took the ball and ran with it. But that company, it's so weird. This is one thing I'm a little bit bitter about, but also a little bit confused about. Why hasn't a single story about the Rabbit R1 included my or CoffeeZilla's reporting? Why is no one adding?
He's the one who broke this story, right?
No, I broke it.
You broke it?
Actually, a woman called Emily Shepard, a Twitter user, found a lot of this stuff. I found a bunch more than CoffeeZilla worked with me, and he did this video, and I shared a ton of research with him, and he found more.
Oh, good. Well, I'll give you credit then.
It's so strange because you'd think that the reviews would get updated. You think it's just very bizarre. If you're someone who wrote a Rabbit R1 review and you're hearing this, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
You embarrassed?
Well, a number of
because it was very easy to find this.
Was it? Oh, that's interesting.
It's so easy. You could Google Jesse Liu, CEO. You could find that he ran Gamma, but also he ran a completely separate company called RCT Studio. A completely different one that went through Y Combinator.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? What are we doing here? How are these companies raising tens of millions of dollars without someone Googling them? And Google barely works, and you could Google this crap. It's just, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I'm feuding. I'm just feuding. I'm sitting there feuding with myself.
Hi, one real quick question. This is Benito, by the way. Hi, Ed.
Benito's our technical director and producer.
How did teenage engineering get roped into this?
Well, they just hired him, I'm sure, to do the end.
Jesse Liu is on the board.
Ah.
Oh, that's.
I do not
disappointing.
know. Oh, it's so disappointing. You should never touch teenage engineering ever again.
Oh, you can't say that to Benito. He's a big fan.
No, the Playdate is cool as hell. And their synths are
It's
lovely.
all really cool.
Also,
looking.
I think the synths are how Liu got into it, because on his Instagram, there's a picture of a big room full of synths. Yeah, I went deep. I went down an actual rabbit hole. It drove me insane.
Just to be fair, there's no contention that the R1 is doing anything behind the scenes or without your knowledge, right? It's just and a number of people pointed out that it is just an Android device running a simple Android app. Michelle Rahman discovered that.
It's that, but also they claim there's something called a large action model, which is a supposed AI that supposedly controls things like ordering Uber. But researchers found that it's Playwright scripts, which is like a software testing thing that clicks around you.
Oh, jeez.
And it barely works. It's insane. During the unboxing launch video, Jesse Liu tried to order Uber and it just went, I can't, sorry. Linus did a thing, didn't work. Spotify doesn't work. And they're claiming, oh, the LAM's just learning. Oh, they claimed it was trained on like 800, 900 apps. It's just,
how many
sounds like
rabbits,
bollocks.
how many R1s did they sell?
100,000 of them.
At a couple $100 each?
199. But I also have a sustainability question for them. No subscription fee.
Right.
How's that going to work? You need more people.
Well, and you get Perplexity included. That's why Jason Howell, he hasn't gotten it yet. He's happy because he's had Perplexity for 6 months.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You get a year of
I paid
Perplexity
$20
if you want
for that a month. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want Perplexity to give you wrong answers, which it does. I would love Perplexity to work. It does not. I tried to use it for the most basic. I was like, what was Meta's earnings for the last 4 years? And it just
doesn't know facts.
It gave me it searched and gave me, I think I did actually 3 years. And it gave me just a line of completely wrong answers. Just complete wrong numbers, like insanely wrong. Hundreds of millions of dollars off in some cases. And it's just like, this gets me back to the wider AI thing, which is, in the event that a generative AI could be a really accurate research tool that could do these things for me, that could do this busy work for me, I'd be so happy. I really would. If it could make
if I could just query like financial documents.
Exactly.
It would be
be
great.
so useful, but it can't. And even if it could that would make me do the work it's doing anyway, because I wouldn't trust it. And it's just like I asked it, here we go, I found it. Perplexity asked it, get me the last 8 quarters of reported daily active users on Facebook from their earnings, Q4 2023, and it just got them all wrong. Every single one was wrong. And it's just good. And it sucks. It sucks so bad because you'd think they'd work that out.
But if you gave it the annual reports for the last 8 quarters.
I can't do that. I can't actually do that.
Why not?
I can't do it. That's not a feature.
Oh,
but
but if you used LLMs, if you used Notebook LM, it holds only to what it's given.
That's so much work. I don't want to. Why do I have to bloody build the machine? That's their job. That's the thing. That's the thing. If I'm paying for something, I don't want to have to build it. It's not my job. The computer works for me. And it's just very frustrating because there are theoretical promises with the generative AI boom that could be useful. But every single time I've tried, because I'm not just sitting here and disliking this stuff without trying it, really have. And it's just kind of shit. And it really, I should be able to tell it a very simple, get me all of the links that mention this from the last 24 hours, and it should just do it. That feels like an AI thing. That feels like something they should do. But no, I can't do that.
Hey, it's Leo Laporte. I hope you enjoyed this little snippet from our show This Week in Google. For the full show, you can either go to our website, twit.tv/twig, or find Twig in your favorite podcast client. And, of course, there's links right below, somewhere down there, for more information.